And hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast as well as Facebook Live and YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. Today is Tuesday, which is October the 10th. And so in this platform, I go over topics in regards to the paranormal, occult, supernatural. Um, I will also like to stress that it is for entertainment purposes. It is for entertainment purposes. This is not a biblical nor religious podcast. So I discuss a very variety of topics, such as ghosts, hauntings, demonology, angels, spirit guides, reincarnation, nirvana, Buddhism, Hinduism, um, Scientology, to name a few. Again, it is for entertainment purposes. So in this platform, I also do what I call spiritual enlightenment as well as spiritual encouragement readings with my tarot cards. Um, Also love readings as well. So I've already set my prayer. I pay homage. Now today I'm going to be working with my urban tarot card as well as my past life oracle card, and I'm going to conclude with my Egyptian tarot card. Okay? So I've already said my prayer. Give me infinite wisdom, knowledge, capability, and understanding as I do this reading. I don't know what the reading is on, but I do feel as though it is a relevant reading. So we're going to proceed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And this is what we say the reading is on today. So for those who may be viewing in or will be tuning in, um, get you 2 or 3 decks of cards and um, begin to work with those cards, associate your own understanding, and see what God gives you a message by way of these cards. So the hangman, the reading I have is on the hangman. Typically when I get that card is not what it appears. Like it's in the opposite. So it may not necessarily be applicable to you, but it's applicable to someone that you know. Okay? This is what I have as what crosses over. This is what I have as the obstacle. It says strife. Strife. So are you dealing with somebody who may have some strife or some issues um, with life and living? Like, you know, those type of people that are very disgruntled, very bitter. No matter what you do, it's always something. So I think this reading is applicable to someone that you know that is like that. Above the situation, I have the Empress card. Typically, when I get the Empress card, it's in relation to some type of communication. So I feel as though whomever this person is has a hard time communicating um, some things, or in other words, relaying things where people will understand. Getting back to what I mentioned on yesterday, a break in communication, and as a result, they act out on that. They act out unfavorably because of that. Now, this is what I have as the root or the reason. If you're able to view that card, let's bring it back some. Okay. The hacker. This is what I have. Prince of Swords, the hacker. I feel as though um, this is a personality type, like somebody who is kind of like a recluse, like they don't have social skills or the ability to relate or for people to understand what it is that they're experiencing. So they act out unfavorably by way of strife. To the left, I have Game Master. I think this person is very childish, um, and that's exactly how they view life as a game. There's no realism in life. The person feels some sense of futility or uselessness or lack. So this person is slothful. Um, it says the intellect person is slow and lazy. Um, I think it's a, something going on from within. It's what it lets me know. Like a lot of um, I just put it this way. I think the person is off. And what do I mean by off? Off in the sense of not able to relate. I do feel as though I'm speaking to a older person, so this is not somebody who, you know, this is somebody who is off. I said, this is what I have for part seven, which is the attitude abundance. I think this person was provided. The person is full, and I feel like this person was provided uh, um, many of things was provided for this person too. So individuals off. Essentially, the person is off. Just plain and simple. And I think you've been wondering about it, and it's like, okay, is this person off or am I off? No, the person is off. This is what I have as card eight. What physically surrounding? I have the Mars. I think they trick you and deceive you. Somehow I feel as though this is applicable to someone who is in a relationship with somebody and it's still fresh, like it's not y'all have not been together for like a long time, and now everything is starting to come to the forefront. This person is actually all old, and this person has been felt for so long, and once everything comes into focus, it's like, oh my God, boy, do I feel as though I've been deceived, and that's the situation that's going on. I have for the Hope, Spirits, and Dreams card, I have the Hermit card. I think this makes you feel lonely, like you feel alone. Like, I started off by saying that the person has a hard time with people relating and understanding what's going on with them. But I think you also have that same sensibility, like, words just kind of like, and I think this has made you very very depressed. Um, so I'm going to say that this reading is it is for it's an enlightenment reading, but I also feel as though it's reading for um, encouragement because I feel like there's a state of despair that has come upon you. This is what I have as the outcome. Something lets me know that at one point in time you were a materialistic person and you were concerned about money. And now there has been a change of heart to where you're like, you know what? I don't give a damn about the money. The money is not even worth it. It's the point hard. I don't feel as though y'all been together a long time. Could you very well be married? I do feel as though if it's not, if you are not married, it operates as a marriage. What I feel. Health. Something lets me know that there is something going on in terms of your health. I feel as though you have been deceived, and as a result, it has affected your health, the art. Um, you will find that this is a commonality amongst people, and oftentimes people do things to channel that energy. Oftentimes you will find that you are put in these situations because somehow creativity comes out of heartache and hardship. Believe it or not, some of the most mastered minds in history came from adversity and hardship. You know, so trust and believe me. I understand how you feel. It's a very discouraging situation, but there is hope. Things get better. You know, you got to take the bad with the good. That's just the way it works. I'm going to pull out two Egyptian tarot. It's been a while since I pulled out Egyptian tarot. I think this is something that has been deemed by way of family ties and culturally and history. What it lets me know. So I will proceed to take out these Egyptian cards, and I'm going to proceed with two cards because I do feel as though that um, there is some uh, revelation and understanding and clarity that's going to sum it up by way of these Egyptian cards. Something lets me know it is cultural, meaning this is something that is tradition, is what I'm getting at. This is a tradition, not only culturally, but in your family. Kind of like a diary, If you ever heard, I'm sorry, I actually pulled out three cards. So, uh, kind of like a diary. I think that's how you feel. Like, you know, like you've been used as a doorway. Trust and believe. I can understand that. So it looks as though we have one, excuse me, two major arcana cards and one minor arcana card. So we're going to proceed to reading of those cards. Now, for time purposes, let me go ahead and explain. So the minor arcana cards is going to be the more lesser of the suit. The major arcana cards are going to be the ones that has the jackets of the suit to them. So that's the difference in terms of um, these cards and other cards that are split up as such. So we're going to go down and we're going to read the positive as well as the negative. Now, this is where you stand in the present: modesty, piety, clemency, relief from trouble, spiritual guide, the wise man to whom one turns, priest, doctor, lawyer, religion, family tradition, inspiration, magnetism. So I do feel as though what you are experiencing is by way of tradition. Something lets me know that um because of you, something lets me know, and I'm not trying to be funny, but I believe that your family comes from um well off beginnings, meaning they was privileged and of a higher status. And because you was made to feel some type of way about your quote privilege and didn't listen to your family, as a result, the enemy came in, infiltrated, and deceived you and marred your intellect. And so I think you feel a state of um, despair, foolish, and foolery is how I feel. So the negative of this is excessive generosity, kindness, illness, ill reward, it loss of faith in self and in others, loss of one's morality, vulgar, material actions, rancor, intolerance, and enmity. Meaning, at one point in time, I think you were a materialistic person and you flourished by your privilege and upper middle class upbringing. And as a result, some unfavorable things happen to where you begin to mob and taunt that heritage. And as a result, the enemy came in and pretty much got you up. And I think you feel a sense of um, despair. Now, that's where you stand at this point in time. So we're going to proceed to the future, and then we're going to go backwards to the past. So what is to come? What is coming in this situation? What is to come of this situation? Well, let's see what the cards hold, and then we'll proceed with that. Uh, we will proceed with, and do bear with me. I don't use these cards very often, and these are the one of few cards that I have not associated my own understanding. I go off the guide. So again, this is the card as where you stand now, the present. If you're able to see, and this is what the future holds for you. So it is the stars card, the magician star card. We're going to go down, and we're going to proceed with the positive as well as negative. So faith, hope, inspired grace, good offices, favorable omens, positive conclusions, encouraging results, brilliant ideas, positive advice. Now, whether they take heed to it or not, hey, I think you would need this in order to forgive yourself. So something to know that this sense of despair that you are feeling is because of you're not forgiving of yourself. Like we all make mistakes, and I think you have a lot of regret because of some mistakes that you've made, and as a result, it made you bitter and and the person that you were with was sent to you to kind of like circumvent that intellect and understanding. And it's like, okay, whatever. Trust me, I know. So we're going to go back to the past, and I'm going to read what the card told in regards to the past. So I'm going to say this is the nine of, I want to say it's the nine of pentacles. So what does the nine of pentacles mention? Well, it says awesome power, Atum power. The serpent Atum emerges from the primordial waters and spurts forth creation. As the semblance of Ra often generate life, but as that of Apophis, it will be the enemy of the living. So, do I feel as though this happened by way of a curse? I do believe it happened by way of tradition, and because you did not have respect for tradition and family ties and understanding to get what your family was trying to convey to you, these things transpire. Positive says the ability to manage resources, shrewdness, and expenditure, caution. So basically, they was trying to get you to see and to take caution. You got these spirits that are out here. You got everything written down in regards to what you should and should not do, or who you should and should not be with, and things of that sort. And they will circumvent that. And I think you are a living testament to that. The negative says destruction, fail, or postpone projects, mistakes, and valuation. So again, listen to what I mentioned: mistakes and valuation. That means you lost a respect for heritage and for family tradition and ties, and as a result, I'm not going to say curses. The last time when I made the podcast and I mentioned about a lot of people get angry when you talk about curses. They don't want to hear it, and that in turn is a curse in itself. Many people don't want to hear the truth. It's the point. Simple as that. And so, that being said, because you did not listen to family ties and tradition and culture, you became a self fulfilling prophecy. So, my suggestion to you is you're not the only one that feels this way. You're not the only one that feels anger or that you've been bamboozled or that you've been mobbed or even ridiculed, accused, or even thought up. That is normal to feel that way. And put that energy towards charity work. Charity work will see you through. So I'm gonna pull out my numerology card, and I do believe there's a message by way of my numerology card. So I will proceed to do that now. Pull out my numerology cards, and then we're going to proceed from there. Your commitment is being tested. I mentioned that a lot of this was in regards to family ties and traditions and things that sort, cultural wise, and it was to see what you want to do, and you ended up doing something unfavorable, which perpetuate this quote unquote curse or jinx. Meditate and contemplate. New moon and Pisces. So basically, get into charity work, do some things that's going to build the spirit. Focus on yourself first. Get yourself right spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, to where you can be of service to others. Because I do believe that you can turn it around to where things can work out in your favor for yourself and for others as well. Okay? So I'm going to conclude this episode of Spiritual Sense, Spiritual Enlightenment Reading. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, or a topic for a future show, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.